It all started when I was at USC, which I dropped out of now. Last month we got 500 million views. Thousands and thousands of downloads a day. Everyone wants to know like what is going on, right? That's the secret to going viral. Fuck a mill. Let me try to make it a $1 billion company.
Hi guys, we're here with Mamoon, CEO and co-founder of Answers AI, and we've all pounded energy drinks, so we're just gonna sit here, chat a little bit, and maybe steal a couple of his ideas.
Okay, let's do it.
So I found out about who you were because your app just took over my campus. I was never someone who used AI in college because I was so scared of getting caught. So like I don't really know exactly what Answers AI does. I was too scared to download. So if you want to elaborate.
Answers AI is basically you can screenshot any question and it'll give you a very thorough explanation of exactly how to solve it, what it is. The whole goal of it is when you're studying at midnight and you have exam the next day and you have a question coming up, usually students have to open up Chegg and 100 different windows, Brainly, solve all these things, try to figure out what is the answer. Mm-hmm. And then you get a definition that's like broken and like a different variables and you're trying to piece together how to solve this and you test this tomorrow morning. Answers AI is meant screenshot it, get an exact answer to your question and a very detailed breakdown, ask follow-up questions, whatever that may be, and you will always have the answer station. No more Chegg, no more course hero, no more nothing.
So is this for like math? Is
everything.
It for reading everything? That
Literally,
you just take a picture?
It doesn't even matter. We have nursing students
okay,
on
now
it,
I feel
lawyers
like
on
That's
it.
insane.
Doctors are using it. Like, y'all are screwed if you want surgery. I'm kidding.
No, future doctors were cooked.
Yeah. Like it's crazy. Everybody's used, everyone. Like, way past students. Everyone's like, I can choose this for whatever I want.
So AI in itself is such a big space. Why ed tech? Why build an app like that?
I was at USC at the time and I actually wanted to build something that would just solve my personal problems. Mm-hmm. I am a terrible student. Absolutely awful, right? I bombed elementary school. I got put in like classes for like extra support classes for the dumb kids. Yeah, I didn't have an elective 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. So I was in an extra English class. Because I was like not good at it.
But English is your first language, yeah?
No, French is my first language.
Oh.
Even though I was born here. Anyway, so yeah, just terrible student. Just literally did not fit that cookie cutter narrative. And in high school, I'll never forget, I went to my uncle's dental school graduation. And I was like, damn, if I really want to like be up like that, like I gotta have like at least be good at school, like at minimum, right? So then I just kind of turned it on. And then in high school, I crushed it. Kind of bullshit, but we'll get into that later. I barely went to class though. I had a 4.4 GPA and I never showed up to classes and I almost got expelled because it's my parents a lot. If he doesn't come to school, well, not only is he gonna get kicked out, but we're gonna call the police on you guys.
Did you? Yeah, because it's illegal for you not to go to school until
I wasn't like not going for like a year straight. I was just going like 2 days a week. Yeah. I was missing so many classes.
So
that's insane.
Yeah.
If you're only going to school 2 days a week, there's 5 days of school a week. What are we doing with the other 3 days?
I'm building apps.
So would you say like you were a terrible student by choice because you didn't like it, or like you like learning on the spot and in like an environment?
I till today just can't sit still. Like I always need to be doing something, and like just shoving me in a classroom for numerous hours of the day, I was always like just depressed. I was like, I do not want to be here right now. Like I want to build something. I do not care for this stuff. I just didn't care. I didn't want to do it. Until today, if I don't want to do something, I will not do it. Nikki knows. Like, you cannot get me to do it. I don't want. And even if it's good for me, like, pay a parking ticket couldn't be me. It's not going to happen.
You were like already kind of viral separately on TikTok for yourself, but what was it like becoming one of the most viral apps on the TikTok, like everywhere? Like, I saw it everywhere. So what was that like for you?
Yeah, I knew it was going to go viral because it had all the right components, right? It was a viral, like, location, like, it was in a classroom, like, everything was so, like, it's, like, kind of, like, a little risky, you know? Like, I knew it was going to go viral, but definitely didn't think, like, last month we got 500 million views. I was like, I think the Super Bowl gets 200 million views.
That's a lot of views.
And we got that for free, like, completely organically.
So what's your favorite video you guys have produced thus far?
Oh, it has to be that news story with Brie.
Oh my gosh, I saw this too. It was like the craziest thing ever. Everybody on our campus thought she had gotten kicked out.
Yeah, no, it went super viral. It got 20 million views on her page. So basically, I'd gotten the MVP done in 2 weeks. It was so shit. It barely worked. Like
Okay.
it was literally a start button. You know, she was like, we can't release this. This is bad. Like this is not good. And I was just like, no, we're just gonna go with it. Like we have to. Let's make a cool video for launch, whatever. And I'd seen someone else make a fake news story for a different topic. I was like, what if we made a story around, you know, you're hot, you got a lot of followers. Like, let's make a story around you getting kicked out of UCLA. So I used AI, ironically, to make the character, the news character. And then crafted the story around her basically getting expelled for cheating on the LSATs. Blew up everywhere. People were reposting it. News stories picked it up. I couldn't believe they bought it, but it was still like the AI bubble was tiny. Like barely anyone really knew about it at the time.
Okay.
So yeah, she basically just went extremely viral with it, and we were getting like thousands and thousands of downloads a day. It was absolutely crazy.
That's so crazy.
Was Answers AI already fully functioning, or was this still when there was like a wait list for that?
One of the biggest things I learned from apps is never go build an app right away. That's like a cardinal sin. What I did was Answers AI, which I thought was actually pretty clever. I learned it from my prior company, because you got to validate the market, right, for the product. So I built a fake website that made it look like the app was real. And when you got on it, it said, "Oh my God, we're so popping right now. Like our servers are full. Like we can't let any more users in." There's nothing. There's no users. There's no app. There's no nothing. I said, "Give me your phone number though. I'll text you when it's your turn. You know, when we'll let you in. You know, it's exclusive.
That's smart.
Exclusivity.
It's like a wait list.
Yeah, exactly. Like a fake one. Yeah. I did that, and I ran some ads on it, and I think I had like 10,000 people on that wait list in a couple days off of like just a couple $100.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that was like so, and I was like, we got to cook this ASAP. Just stayed up for like 2 weeks straight, just building.
Was it
nonstop.
just you?
At first, building it was just me, and then obviously Bree was handling the market side of things. We worked together on a news story, and then so it's gotten so much bigger since then. We've added more co-founders that are like such great credibility to handle the tech side.
Would you say that like it would be more beneficial to release like a lower budget version of your app first to fit within a time frame and then make it better just to establish a user base?
I'll never release any business before I validate. The steps are very simple for me. Build a wait list, validate it, right? Build a terrible version, see if it makes money. And then if it all goes smoothly, iterate fast as hell. You know, people are mad at first, offer refunds, offer credits, make everyone happy so you don't mess up with your reviews and everything. And then build. But everything I will do is like always first version is like super mid, bare, literally what MVP, minimum viable product. Like this is just enough for people to not feel like they got scammed. That's basically it.
So before you like got into Answers, what would you say was like your most influential failure that brought you into learning more and building something so big?
So I spent $200,000 in 5 years on a company called Cruise that didn't make a penny. Well, maybe it made a couple dollars actually, but it not that I don't comparative to the time I spent on it. I started as a junior in high school and kept it going until I was like, let's say a sophomore at USC. That was like the last company before I actually made it kind of successful.
What was that company for?
That was meant to be the Uber for haircuts. It was the Uber for the beauty industry.
That's kind of cool though.
Yeah,
I understand the market.
I'll never build a two-sided marketplace for a long time. That was way too hard.
So Cruise didn't make any money, but Answers is doing fairly well. How much is Answers making?
We're at like 2.5 million a year right now.
That's insane.
Crap.
Yeah, so it's been really, really good. It's been super with Cruise. It was crazy because like I always thought the mentality at the beginning was you have to basically build up the platform, not make money for years, and then one day you make money. Answers AI was like barely functioning, and we got like 10K a month in like a week. It was crazy. I never seen anything like it before.
So what would you say would be like your secret to going viral? Because Answers has just been on a viral train ever since it started blowing up. Like video after video is hitting millions of views.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, going viral, I had about 500,000 followers when I was in high school on TikTok, just because I was born in like the Calabasas area, like Los Angeles. Like I've always been influenced with social media. And the secret to going viral is really just repetition. It's just over and over, find what works. I'm a huge fan of like stealing content and everything. Like you do not have to reinvent the wheel here. Like you rarely have to reinvent anything. Most successful people, any successful company actually, really like they have a bunch of competitors. They were not the first movers, right? Uber, Lyft, Postmates, DoorDash, Uber Eats, like even TikTok, Instagram got, you know, their reels, YouTube got shorts, right? All the big companies, everyone does it, right? It's rare that you're actually the first mover on something. Even Answers AI had predecessors that were, you know, similar in nature, right? I know of a few. I'm not going to give them a free.
What are we talking?
No
Chegg?
plug, no plug.
No, not Chegg, but there was a few that I saw. Like there was one called Transcripts that pre-AI worked really well, but it didn't have AI. It was just basically scraping the internet for you.
Well, I feel like the beneficial part of Answers is that it was an accessible form to like all of these platforms you had to pay to get all of the answers to your homework questions and stuff for. And then you made an app. Not only is that like free, it's just like at your fingertips now. Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing about Answers is it's still half the price of ChatGPT. So even if you're a student, it's just the most ideal thing to use no matter what. But yeah, it just took off like a rocket. And we just kept building ever since, and there's no slowing down. But yeah, Answers is good.
I saw one of your latest videos actually hit what, like 200 million almost.
Yeah, I can't take any credit for that. That was actually, you know what? We can talk about that. There's something. So I came up with the concept of filming from the back in the classroom.
Okay,
that was like my contribution to for a while. Because obviously, you know, we have our CMO who's great. And yeah, I came up with the idea of filming behind the glass because I was like, look, this hook is so fire. Everyone wants to know like what is going on, right? That's the secret to going viral. You need an insanely good hook, really short video, you know, very good value add and delivery, right? You should never get bored watching a video, which is crazy because the attention span now is like 15 seconds. Yeah, it's like nothing. Right? Actually, no, it is a couple seconds because once the hook is bad, you just leave. But in a classroom, it's like, whoa, what is going on here? Like, why is this person filming a classroom? Is someone about to get hit with a chair? Like, someone about to get yelled at? Like, just that set in itself is so engaging, right? And then you're showing somebody kind of doing something like, you know, a little cheating, a little unethical, you know, like that's kind of the angle we took. And that idea, I can say, like, that idea has generated hundreds of millions of dollars, not necessarily just for us, but a lot of companies have stolen this. And like basically every single educational company since I came up with that concept of filming from the back has completely stolen that.
I've seen it for almost like every single company.
No
it's
one,
insane how fast it grew.
No one doesn't do that. Like I got ripped off so hard. And that's the thing. That's why I feel no guilt now. If I see an app that I like and like I think I can put my own spin on it and market it better, like 100% I'll do that.
So have you had problems where like you obviously created this like really large demographic of like marketing where it is the filming from the back? Have people gotten mad at you though for like borrowing their marketing styles?
No, no one's gotten mad at me for that. People have forgotten who came up with it, but but no one's gotten mad at me for that. I think that sucks. Like you just, the theft in the business world is crazy. Well, after we launched, another company, Answers.ai, came out out of Hong Kong. This sucks so
Are you
much.
able to do that?
We're suing them. It's a whole thing.
Oh,
but like it's hard though. They're not here. They don't care. They don't even respond to our lawyers. They just ignore them. Like, oh, we don't care. Do whatever you want. Because they're all the way in Hong Kong. What are you gonna do? You know, like it's
That's
like
true, I guess.
Because they're there and they've access to all this like fugazi, unethical stuff, they just spam by reviews. They bought like 100,000 reviews, which is impossible, right? Like, especially for like this sector, this niche, like that's conversion metric does not make sense, right? So it's very clear they're buying reviews to make themselves look like the legit ones. It's a whole thing, but I don't want to get too into that. It makes me so angry, honestly.
So you talk about like copying others and things like that, but I've noticed that like a lot of competitors, I took the time to look at the other apps that you're competing against, and they're copying a lot of the ideas that you guys use, even the original stuff. How do you feel about that?
It doesn't matter. I'll copy someone else too. You should how that fits into the game. Like you're gonna get copied. I could launch an app today like a brand new first idea ever, like never existed before. I go viral once, 2 weeks later, there's 17 of them out. All came from probably like Indonesia, China, India, like just like, and then what they'll do is they'll literally fuck you over as hard as they can. They'll come as close to your name as possible. They'll steal your color scheme. They'll copy your app icon. And then they'll use these underground methods you're not supposed to use because you get kicked off the App Store forever. And Apple has not messed around. And they'll screw you over. They'll literally just clone you as much as possible, have a minor differentiation in like the logo or the name to get approved, but not enough to not confuse users, and then try to rank above you by like buying installs. And then they'll pretend to be you. And then you can keep going viral organically, putting in the work and effort, and they'll just siphon your downloads.
Are these like people on the App Store though? Like their apps on the App Store?
Yeah, like literally let's
How does Apple not track that though? They're like, okay, we already have this one type of app.
I did go after them on Apple, but Apple does not care. Apple's just like, you guys have to sort it out. I was like, dude, they copied us. It's very obvious. We came out 6 months ago. They came out 1 week ago. They're literally clearly not supposed to be above me in the App Store. They have 2 reviews. I've got like 2,000. And like Apple's like, I'm sorry, we're not a legal court. We can't help you.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. Even if you get like the only way to really get someone off of you is to trademark everything. And that takes like a year. And it's not even definitive, right?
Well, I'd be pissed off if I was putting like all my time and effort into something and working hard to create something. And then like a week later, someone stole the exact same concept and made like a bot version.
Yeah, it's ruthless. There's nothing you can do about it though.
It's crazy.
There's literally nothing short of like sending some like mob guy after them, because this is just the business world though. Like I've taken so many shots to the chest. I don't know, it doesn't hurt me anymore.
So like you're 23, yeah?
Yeah.
So how does it feel to be like so young in this space? Like, do you feel imposter syndrome at all? Because I feel like if it were me and you're like working with all of these different companies as well, I assume like talking to lawyers, like building your own startup, like creating your own team, like how does that feel to be so young? Like, do you feel out of place or like you're playing a part at all? Or like, does it just come naturally to you?
That's a good question. Well, I was talking with Nikki about this actually a couple days ago. And he was like, you don't feel 23. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm 25, 26. I've always felt that way my whole life. I gave up the whole like have fun in high school. Like I didn't drink in high school. I didn't party in high school. I didn't have a girlfriend in high school. Like nothing. Like I didn't get a girlfriend until I was like 19, something like that. So yeah, I literally gave up all that stuff because I've always had the same goal since I was a kid. Like I'm not gonna like lie. I don't care to like change the world. I don't care to like be some Gandhi guy. Like I'm trying to be very wealthy, take care of my family, my people, and when I'm older, more like philanthropic stuff. And that's that simple. I have the same goal forever, and I'm just gonna keep going. The only thing I always feel is I never compare myself. This can sound really bad, but I never compare myself to anybody below me, right? Ever. Like if you like think it's okay to go get drunk every weekend or go party frequent, like I'm not gonna say like, look how much better I am, right? I'm working. Like I don't even consider you a variable. I'm just like, it sounds harsh, but I'm just like, Jeff Bezos is killing it. Elon's killing it. Elon's kids are killing it. It hurts me inside when like I see like people like really young like doing better. I compare myself to the highest echelon possible. So I always feel like I'm not working hard enough. I'm not doing enough. Like this is nothing is ever enough until I hit my goals. But until then, like, no, I just feel like I'm like still like in the trenches trying to figure it out.
I think it's like a good work ethic mentality though, because I think a lot of people get caught up with comparing themselves to like, for example, if you got caught up on every single company that copied an idea that you had, like those are obviously companies that are below you. They're copying your product. So I think it is a smart mentality to be like, they don't even faze me. I'm going to strive to be better and be like the people who are already the best in my field.
Yeah, I also learned how to deal with those people now. So now I'm not as concerned about it. Like, for example, there's a couple of freebies. I'll never pick a generic name. I'll always go with something super like out there, right? Because typically people won't copy you that close. Because if they do, then the App Store can like really like, actually, no, they won't help you. They can copy your name, but at least it's going to feel worse, right?
Yeah.
Like in the future, I won't pick Answers AI. I'll pick something like one competitor called themselves Cocoa Notes. Like That's super random, right? But it's like much more like it's harder to copy that without like getting in trouble in a sense, right?
Yeah.
For sure. So you're building answers. You have some things in your back pocket that you're working on, but do you really see yourself working in the app space forever? Like, do you think that's a market that's eventually going to get saturated? Like, how do you feel about that in general?
Yeah, apps have another like 6 to 12 months in them, and then they're
Why?
done. You got 6 to 12 months to make millions from apps, or it's over forever. Because I'm in the bubble of the valley, and what's happening right now is with AI. In 6 to 12 months, like the world's kind of screwed for engineers, especially because you will be able to build an app with one prompt. Right now, people are trying to like pretend like it's here already. It's not. Not for someone who's not technical at all. Like someone off the street could build an app the same way they can, draw a picture on a piece of paper, right? You're gonna just tell it what you want it to do, and it's gonna make you the app. It's gonna be as simple as, like, if I take a step back right now, to make an app, you have to do the front end, you have to do the back end, you have to do UI design on Figma or Adobe or whatever. Then you have to build out all the ecosystem for it, right? You got to AWS, got to host your servers, you got to deploy your backend. It's hard as hell, right? And then you got to submit to the app store. You got to know how to upload icons. Like even these like little things you think are easy are not. They're very strenuous. And then you get rejected 7 times at the app store because of random things. Like now that's a really hard process right now, right? But in 6 to 12 months, the world, and you can clip this and remember this, in 6 to 12 months, I promise you, you will be able to go on websites or even ChatGPT. You'll be able to type in, build me a copy of DoorDash. It will say, okay, building front end, building back end, building UI. Do you like this UI? Is this good for you? No, make it blue and white. Okay, blue and white, done. Okay, 2 hours later, maybe you'll go through the flow. You'll confirm it all works. You'll do a little test it. Let me know if you think, oh, I don't like this button. You change the button. Okay, great. Okay, bet. We're ready to submit to the app store. You good with me? Submit this? Yeah, got you. Okay, submit. What do you want to name it? It'll do all that stuff for you. Generating app icons, done. Deploying backend, done. Hosting backend, done. Things you won't even understand what it's doing, but like you don't care, right? Okay, your app's submitted. Let me know when it's ready for a thing. And then, especially marketing, will get more advanced, but we don't need to get into that. But yeah, 6 to 12 months, that's going to be the case scenario. It's going to become the new e-commerce. Everybody and their mother is going to be working on building apps. And a few normal people that don't know anything about tech will become millionaires 100%, just because they had a good idea. Because the barrier to entry is going to go from like insanely high right now, Berkeley, cracked founder, all the way down to anybody can do this. And that's going to be the world. And once that happens, I'll definitely pivot into some other direction.
Yeah.
The best thing about being entrepreneurial is, I have the skills. I can sell ice to penguins. It doesn't matter.
So how'd your parents feel when you said, hey, mom and dad, I'm dropping out of USC to start an AI ed tech company?
They don't know that I dropped out of USC. I didn't drop out technically. Like I can go back.
Still enrolled.
That's the best thing about private school. Like, why do I need it? I say I dropped. I'm not going back, obviously, but that's the best thing about paying $100,000 a year to go to a school. Like, I can come back whenever I want.
That's true.
5 years on the line, 10 years on the line. Like, obviously, there's not even going to be a school in 5-10 years on the line because of AI.
Yeah.
But like, I can come back at any point, and they will happily take my money.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm not really. They know that too.
All right. So talking about your favorite video that went viral, you're saying it's that big news video that you made with your other co-founder. What was the inspo behind that? How did you decide on a news format? What were the details on that?
I was watching Suits at the time, so Mike Ross came actually to took Mike Ross's story, and I just kind of put it into this as like breach sheet on the LSATs, right? I think our second video after that was like, this is the Mike Ross of like AI.
I remember I was getting sent this video in like group chats and stuff.
I don't even
being
know this
like,
stuff. It's so interesting
This
to
chick
me.
just got kicked out for like using AI. I was
People
like,
really bought it like that.
No, like we thought that this was legit, and then I saw it was an ad, and I was like, guys, we all just look so dumb right now. But
so I duped all of you guys.
you actually like faked people out. Like we were so
Good.
convinced that she'd actually gotten kicked out. It was crazy.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do. People are so sensitive these days.
Oh, I
Like-
think piss them off. Like
Oh
I
my
think
God,
pissing
no,
them off is
people-
funny.
I had a company before. It was a marketing agency where I helped brands go viral. And what's crazy to me is that even founders, that stupid founders I spoke to, and they were just like, no, my brand identity is everything. Like, no, don't. I'm like, dude, you'd be fucking blessed if somebody was talking about you right now. Because like this is how you get to hundreds of thousands of users. You're at like 10 fucking users. Like no one cares about you, dude. Like nobody cares about you. Like most people need to realize you're not special. Nobody cares about you. Like, go ahead and make a dent. Look who are the most famous people right now? Logan Paul, Jake Paul are crushing it. They got their Max show. Don't cringe. Hold on. they got their TV show on Max. They got Prime is killing it. Jake Paul is thriving. You know,
I would say Logan Paul is definitely the most successful out of the two.
The point is, they both have hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And we can sit here cringing, but like Jake Paul has a private jet. Like, I don't know what color is your jet, Nick.
It's purple if everyone's wondering.
But long story short is like, it's okay to get canceled as long as you didn't actually do something messed up. Like, you obviously don't like Diddy somebody or something like that, but like, it's okay to like.
Maybe posting a video of someone hanging in the woods is probably not the best either.
No, I'm not. Again, there are obviously human boundaries.
Yeah,
but like,
I think like being controversial, being cancelable is a little, because like I think you guys really work with like the controversial, like vaping in class and like Zens and like, you know, like blocking out all of those like proctored exam stuff. Fair.
Cancelable versus controversial. I think I like that.
Because I think you push boundaries, but I don't think you do anything that's like worth being like, okay, screw them.
Don't be a felon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're talking about how we feel about that, you being controversial versus cancelable, but I'm sure professors think that you should be canceled and that you're incredibly controversial. Have you guys run into any issues with professors and universities?
I got a cease and desist from Yale. Yeah, Yale.
How does that happen?
Yale sent a letter to my house. I think I still have the letter. Actually, my dad sent me the letter. We can put it up on the screen. I have it. Fully have it. They sent me a letter saying like, you have our logo on your website. Take that down. Like, Yale textbook publishers tried to come for me. I got sued by or I almost got sued by. I shouldn't say who, but a massive publisher tried to sue me. That was not good.
That's probably, you're making it big when all these
companies
are suing you,
not making it if you're not getting shitted on all the time. Like,
so how does that work though? Like legally, like are they actually capable of suing you?
Long story short is you can get sued for anything pretty easily, and like especially if you're a big company, like just to avoid like some problems or some like bad press sometimes, like you just kind of like settle that, like just get it out of the way because you don't want to deal with it. Sometimes it costs more money to somebody than it costs to settle. It's another thing. Like my lawsuit with that other company, it was a $30,000 retainer just to start.
From your lawyer?
Yes, I paid about $30,000. I gave them $30,000 up front. This lawsuit cost me $150,000, like easily. Like, everybody, especially in my circle, like you really, if you're not getting hated on, like shitted on constantly, people aren't trying to rip your soul from your body. If apps aren't trying to copy you, then you're just never going to make it.
At the end of the day, what makes you want to continue moving forward, especially when you're receiving that kind of criticism? What makes you want to continue to grow in the space?
I mean, when I can buy my dad a Ferrari and send my parents to Aruba on a private jet, then you go fuck off. Like, I don't care. I mean,
like haters are everywhere. Like,
yeah,
people will hate to hate.
I would love that if I could somehow do something that would like have me hated right now on like a huge scale. I would take that.
So, how would you say your life has changed since you built Answers?
Oh, nothing has changed. I took the venture-backed approach with Answers because it's very simple. Why a lot of people ask like. At the beginning, we were making $500,000 a year, like, and I was like, it was just me and Bree before we even added more co-founders, right? And I decided, look, I said, I'm gonna have plenty of time to build my own companies, like that are like cash printers. I want to be credible. I got brown parents, right? I want them to kind of have a sense of like, you know, like he's kind of validated. As an entrepreneur, the best thing you can feel is validation at some point or another, because I definitely did not have it forever. Right. Like it was kind of getting to me. Like you kind of want some validation. So I decided like, you know what, let me, not only is this like a great thing for myself for validation, but on the top of it, there were so many competitors sprucing up. I was like, either I just pocket $1 million here and call it a day after a couple of years, or I raise venture and try to take out Chegg, which was just the goal. Right. So I decided like, fuck $1 million. Let me try to make it still a $1 billion company. I'll always be able to build $1 million company. It's like at this point, it's like on so many reps, it's like light work, right? I could do that again and again and again. You just lock me in with the laptop and I'll make it happen. So it's pretty straightforward for me. So like at that point, I was like, I see a clear path to take out Chegg and become Chegg. So that's what we're taking for now. So we raised a few $1 million, and just building up a life has not changed at all. Like I feel a little more like I got to leave school with my parents still talking to me. And I have the ability to, I'm just making more money, obviously, things like that. But
how did you get people to like want to invest in this, even though it's a controversial platform?
Fundraising is all about telling a story. That's all it is. Very simple and straightforward. A good team and good story. It's all you need. We said it how it is, like, yes, it's a little controversial. Chegg has been known as a cheating platform forever, right? It's never changed. Everyone knows that. And it's kind of like it means to an end in a sense. So I explained, like, the goal is not for people to cheat. Sure, for marketing purposes, we push it a little bit, but at the end of the day, like, you do have exams coming up. You do have to learn no matter what. Mm-hmm. These tests are coming, and we're going to be there for you. So if you need to bullshit your worksheet a day before, let's do whatever. But when that test comes around, you get that study guide, you're dialing in.
So is this what you want to be known for, or do you want something else to be like your visual identity?
No, this is my PayPal moment. This is my Elon PayPal moment. This is like, build this company up, build like PayPal, whatever, kind of in a sense. This is my stepping stone. I obviously have extreme ambitions to get to the point where I can, like, I don't want to say the cliche, I'm going to build a space company or something like that, but definitely, like, I have much bigger plans, like, over my lifetime.
So you mentioned Elon Musk. You as an entrepreneur, who do you look up to? Who motivates you? Who inspires you?
I kind of have a different approach. I don't get inspired by people like Elon Musk or whatever, these guys. Like, I get envious. And so maybe
I like it.
I'm jealous. I'm an envious little fuck. Like, I don't like when people
it's the best motivator.
Yeah, I'm like, I learned this a long time. You are no smarter than me. You are not special. I just need to outwork you.
So tell me about your time at USC. Like, when did you drop out? What was it like for you? Like, did you enjoy college while you were in it?
I had not one friend.
Okay.
I had no Greek life. Never been to a USC party. I don't know anyone at that school. I don't have a single peer there. Nothing. I don't. There's nothing to say about that.
Okay.
Like, I didn't show up to anything. Like, I went to the classes. The second that professor was like, all right, we're done, I bolted home, worked on my project, studied for my test, did my own thing.
Were you hitting like academic burnout?
No, I just wasn't doing very well. Like, I didn't have time to focus on it, and
Gotcha.
I could have graduated. I could have been fine. It wasn't that hard. It just takes a lot of time, and it's just not for me. Like, there's a point where you have to realize, like, I proved that I could make it there. Mm-hmm. There is nothing else I can do for you. Like, that's like that. Like, do not belong at school.
Do you feel like you missed out on anything in college?
No, I think college is for two reasons. One, you are nothing wrong with this, but you're a chill person. You want to have fun. You want to enjoy that childhood, right? Like, you want to enjoy yourself. Like, that is totally fine. Like, that's one way to do it, right? You have fun in high school. I didn't go to prom or anything. I didn't go to a single, like, what do they call it? Homecoming. I didn't go to one party. Not even, and that wasn't like not cool or anything. It wasn't like, I had plenty of like friends there, right? Not one party, because that's not what I wanted. That wasn't my ambition. So I did my college. I did my 10,000 hours because I was 8 years old, right? So now I get to not go, right?
Yeah.
But most people choose, which is completely fine. They choose to enjoy themselves, right? They choose to go to parties and, like, meet the girl and have the whatever. Like, I just sacrificed all of that.
So what are your goals moving forward? Like, what are your goals for this year alone in 2025?
I have anxiety issues. I can't fly in planes. I don't.
You can't?
I get panic attacks like so often.
Fly in planes?
Yeah, if you told me right now, go to Dubai like by yourself, there is not a shot.
You fly a plane.
Okay, well, now you know that about me now, but so let me backtrack a little bit. I get panic attacks. I used to get them really bad growing up. Now I don't get them anymore. Okay. Except when I go in a plane. Like
I get a lot of flight anxiety too.
I decided at the beginning of the year, I said, you know what, this is unacceptable for me. The person I want to become, like, will travel a lot. So I said, screw it, 0 to 100 like I do everything else. Let's become a pilot.
That's why you started flying the plane?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Honestly, I love that though.
Yeah. That's one way to conquer anxiety.
I showed up to my first lesson. I saw this little lawnmower with wings. And I was like, oh my God, this is scary. We went up to like 2,000-3,000 feet. I was like shitting myself. Like I was like, we need not do this anymore. We need to be back on the ground. Fast forward, I'm 25 hours in.
Wow.
I have no more anxiety. It is all gone. Wow. I pushed myself to the very end, and I'll be done by the summer.
What's the craziest thing you've ever gotten with Answers money?
Answers money. Answers does not, like, I don't take really money from Answers, honestly.
You don't profit?
No, we're super profitable. I don't really take that much money from Answers. I just take the bare minimum, like, because the company, like, it's a venture-backed company. The mentality is very crystal clear. Like, everything goes back to the company to get it to a $1 billion company. I have my little cash printers. And yeah, I think these flight lessons are pretty expensive. I've got a Lambo coming next month, which is going to be really fun.
It's gonna be crazy joyride.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely Answers is not like really like my like main source of income for sure.
Cool. So we're currently in April.
Nikki, I want you to talk normally.
Nikki,
Nikki works with me for context. He's like my right hand in everything. I love him to death.
Oh, they're married. That's
yeah.
like
and like he supplies my like ability to like still survive and not lose everything I ever thought of in my head. Just be more comfortable. Like,
yeah, no, this is
here.
definitely intimidating. No, but for real, like we're in April, we're a quarter into the year. What's the end of the year looking like for you?
I don't know. Just continuously building. I'm trying to like take on like I've always been chasing like the success, and now I kind of have a good amount of it. So now I kind of want to work on like physical stuff.
Gotcha.
Nikki isn't letting me eat anymore. I'm on a pretty intense diet right now. So that's been pretty intense. But
so your health, get that right.
Yeah.
Get a pilot's license. Cool. I can respect
This is a great clip to just yeah, no, exactly.
As a baddie who knows nothing about business, how do I get rich fast through like apps and AI?
Oh, you're already working with a man right now, so that's not
true.
But I mean, in reality, it's pretty simple. Just think of some good ideas. Give it like 6-12 months or everything you can. Right now, there's platforms that will code for you. They're mostly used by devs around to make things faster because they're nowhere near the level they need to be yet. They're mostly like assistants for now, but like Lovable, Bolt, Cursor, these are all platforms that literally do it for you. Okay. Google just came out their own. They're coming out soon, but like they have a long way to go for like someone who's not technical can do it. But yeah, sit on some good ideas. Just kind of like learn what you can about different aspects of it, marketing, things like that. There's a lot to learn about scale, and you'll be chilling by that time that's ready.
Do you see yourself doing this forever, or is there an expiration date for you?
It's just to the deathbed. Like there's here's how you know you'll be successful in anything you do. If you cannot stop thinking about it routinely every minute of every day, then you are in the wrong field. Because I go to the gym and I am thinking about this. I go to sleep. I cannot sleep because I'm thinking about this. I am using the bathroom. I am eating. It does not matter. I am thinking about something relating to this to an extent, and I love it and wouldn't have it any other way.
I mean, my phone is filled with like 1 a.m. text messages of like, yo, dude, are you up? Like, can I just like bounce some ideas off your head? Yeah. And I'm like, it depends.
I love it. And like, that's the thing. Like I'll get depressed if I don't have this. So there's no expiration date. I have an expiration date, and that will be the expiration date.
Okay, sure. No, wait, whatever you say. Okay, well, I know that you're a busy boy, so thank you for taking.
Thank you.
Sorry, busy man. So thank you for taking the time to sit down with me in my statue for an hour and a half. But I had a great time. It's like crazy how little I knew about you and like your backstory leading up to this. Like I feel like I know you a lot better now.
No, it goes deep. There's a lot more things that are like I kept out. Otherwise, we'd be here for like weeks. But yeah, we'll do this again soon. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Nikki, do you have anything you want to say?
Hi, Mom.